I wanted to make a few quick points around property incorporations. So it's a hot topic at the moment, and it's still very popular in the sense that, broadly speaking, it brings a lot of advantages to property landlords, especially those with good few properties in the name. The first point that I want to make is something around a current client, but it so happened that a tax manager in an accountancy firm that we work closely with, he posed a question to me as well, and it was just a few weeks prior. I had to look into I had to double check the case. The client we're looking at, he owns 10 properties in his personal name, and he's got a fiance and he's got his mother. So these are the individuals that are close to him in that sense. Now, there's two things here. One is you have the capital gains tax that needs to be looked after via potential incorporation relief, and you also have stamp duty land tax, because moving properties from your personal name into a limited company which you're connected to gives rise to the highest rates of stamp duty land tax. Now, in order for the SDLT issue to be worked around, there has to be a partnership. Now, as I mentioned, this individual owns 10 properties in his own name. There was potential scope of either including his mother or introducing his fiance. The client does not or did not want to go ahead with either, which is completely fine. So then the question is, do you still get CGT, capital gains tax incorporation relief, on the transfer of the properties into the limited company? The answer is yes. There's nothing specific in the legislation that says there has to also be a partnership. Yes, this is the way it generally works in practice. Why? Because CGT and stamp duty land tax you want to mitigate, but if your client, or if the property landlord is happy to take on the stamp duty land tax hit, or the Welsh equivalent or Scottish equivalent, then it's completely fine. It's not an issue. CGT incorporation relief is still available. The second point I want to make around property incorporations is HMRC are looking quite closely into previous incorporations, and one of the things in particular they are focusing on is the 20 hours per week, as in not 20 hours per week, but business, because there has to be a business for you to attain incorporation relief. Now, if you're talking 3, 4, 5, 6 properties, then it's very difficult to argue that you are running a business. So you'd want to be looking at a good few properties, at least 6 to begin with. But then it's very subjective, right? As long as you can prove and demonstrate, because someone may have 20 properties, but it's all run by estate agents. So just 2 points that I wanted to make, and I hope that makes sense. Please reach out if you want our assistance, if you require our assistance.